rumors have it, all right? Rumors have it, okay? And I have seen Tay Jones, part of Team Wilder, go around on streams saying that they're going to take – I'm sorry.
Yeah, just go get it out.
They're going to take Fury to court for the second fight, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So when they try to say this,
he still hasn't got rid of the second fight drama. It's still there.
So now I don't know if it's still going to happen. You never know. He may not go along with it. He's still going to consult with a lawyer about it. Okay, which I would hope any lawyer's going to tell him, bro, you got no case, right? But I just want your thoughts. Let's start with you, Chief Funky. Talk to us. What do you make of the possibility that he will take Fury to court for allegedly cheating in the second fight?
Well, I would I would have to agree with you, man. Like, I think if you present this to any lawyer, he's gonna laugh in your face. I mean, they got nothing. Like, what's he gonna do? Play all these YouTube videos as evidence that somebody cheated? Like, I mean, what has he got? He's got nothing. Let's just start with the spiking, right? If he thinks he was drugged or his water was spiked, he could have easily done a hair follicle test to prove that there was something foreign in his system other than what he was taking, some sort of drug. Okay, he never did that. Okay, he never once complained about the gloves after the fight. We asked the glove inspector from Everlast or the glove expert from Everlast, who was at the first fight, if Wilder's team had any objections after the fight. He said no. They got nothing. They literally have nothing. They're going to ask him, were the gloves inspected? Yes. Were they approved? Yes. Was one of your team members there when he was getting the gloves on? Yes. Was the commission there when they were putting the gloves on? Yes. So he's got nothing. He's literally got nothing. I mean, you would have to be a lame-ass lawyer to take this case. I'm sorry. And if you do present it in front of court, they'll probably throw you out and fine you for court costs, for wasting the court's time. This is bullshit, man. It's garbage, okay? We've already been debunked it. And I want to say this about the Everlast stuff, too. It just, for them switching to MX, this just shows how inexperienced Wilder's team really is.
Correct.
Because Ernie did tell us, if you don't have good hand wrappers, you should not wear the MX glove, okay? His team is very inexperienced. Not only to send JD's in the locker room again to inspect after they say, well, Jay doesn't have a whole lot of experience. So, I mean, I'll just leave it at that.
Maestro! Pass to you, brother. Well, what's up? Well, what are your thoughts? He might sue.
I mean, look, I've been saying it for a while now, yo. This is ridiculous. And again, the statement has not addressed what caused all of this nonsense in the first place. The second fight, the hand wraps, the spiking of the water, the white privilege, the crab in the bucket referee, the Wakanda suit, like everything else. I mean, did Ruben Diaz accuse Pep Guardiola of spiking his water when Man City lost in the UEFA Champions League to Chelsea? Of course he didn't. Now, if he did, do you think a PR statement and some nonsense would be enough to get out of it? Of course not.
Nope.
Did Devin Booker, when he lost to the Bucks in the NBA Finals, okay, did he blame Monty Williams? Would he have a lawsuit there to be able to say that Monty Williams, his head coach, spiked his water and was involved in all kind of crazy nonsense to rig the game? Of course not. I mean, not only would this get laughed out of court, it would get laughed out of Judge Judy, the People's Court, I mean, clown court, every kind of court you could imagine. The only place that this has any validity is the King's Court, where, again, the bugles are out, you know. They're putting on his slippers in the morning. They're wiping his ass, you know. They're holding him when he's taking a piss.
What about Judge Joe Brown? Judge Joe Brown here?
Well, this is valid as the Wakanda court. That's how legit this claim is. So no, and there's zero pass from me on this, and I'm going to be
right now
on overtime.
So right now, I mean, Rebecca's wondering, what did I run into, right? But it is what it is. You're in the show, right? But Rebecca, what are your thoughts about the rumors that Wilder may take Fury to court for the alleged cheating, right, that took place. Some channels out here are saying that there's a boatload of evidence that we haven't seen yet. So
I just feel like people in general are reaching so much to try to just come up with something. I don't even entertain this stuff anymore because you just see certain titles or things that I see on my newsfeed on Twitter, and it's just like, there's not enough hours in the day to even break down how stupid this is.
Thanks.
I mean,
go ahead, break it down for us. How stupid is it?
I don't know. There's nothing really I could say. I think
there's no words.
It's BS. So it is what it is. I mean, they could try. At the end of the day, it's not like it's just going to be Tyson Fury that walks into a courtroom. There's so many more people that would depend, like based on these claims, that would have to get sued. And I mean, I'm not a legal expert by any stretch, but I just don't really see how far this can go at all. I don't see it.
I mean, look, man. Look, all I'm going to say is, of course, they could show the jury the fight and say, man, he did assault him, right? Unfortunately, boxing is legal, though, right? But Raw, he's going to sue him.
So y'all remember when I did that live stream with World Star? What was his name? World Star Comeback. The guy
Don't
that
recall. But
the guy that goes around saying that he has a PBC jacket, that he's in the champs camp and all that good stuff. And I told him that if I was Tyson Fury, if I was brilliant, I would have been the one suing Deontay Wilder for defamation of characters from the minute this stuff happened. I would have not even allowed him to get any further, because accusations like that done in such irresponsible manner deserve to be confronted, and not in a light way. I mean, I'm talking about, I would be pushing with all of my power, with all of my means, with all of my connections to force them into court. Okay, you said I spiked your water. Okay, well, you're going to show me the post-fight drug test, right? You're going to have to take that. And guess what? If you can't prove it, I'm suing you for defamation of characters. I'm going to take 20, 30, 40 million dollars. I don't care. We're going to have to settle. I think Fury had contacted somebody but decided not to, because Fury came out with numbers that when you look online, they match really well. Remember when Fury said, I could have sued him for $100 million for defamation of characters? When you look at how they scale these lawsuits, how based on celebrity, based on, how much money they made, based on accusation, based on who they are, and all of that stuff, Fury was right on the money when it came to the quantity, because some articles online were saying that some lawyers had was stipulate that a lawsuit from Fury's side could have ranged from $90 to $150 million for these types of accusations. I think Fury was going to, and somehow he said, you know what, let me just not do it right now. But if Deontay Wilder wants to take them to court, I'm happy. And here's why. Let me explain it, because I know it can be very misunderstood. Because then and only then the truth will finally shut these people's mouth. When they take it to a prosecutor and the prosecutor looks at him in the face and be like, do y'all think I'm stupid to go to court with my reputation and put myself in front of a judge with this clown, with this joke of a lawsuit? When they see a prosecutor dumping this to the trash where it belongs, when they see Akaka TV's video, when they see Drew Titan's pictures, when they see all of this manipulated and edited pictures,
cool.
A lawyer, a prosecutor of reputation,
circles around it though,
to carry on a case of this magnitude, they're not going to mess with some kindergarten made up picture.
I don't want to disagree with you, because logically that should be what happens. But we live in a country where the former president paid all kind of lawyers who were collecting all kind of big money to push a case that he didn't win an election.
Really quick, Master, we got to go around.
Yeah, I know. And before that, you had Hillary Clinton paying all kind of lawyers to blame her loss on Russia.
It's a different kind of court, though. Emil Carr.
The lawyers will take money to do anything if you pay them for it.
But hold up. Finish your point, Ron. Then we got to go around. We can always go back to.
So what I was going to say is a court of reputation will not take this seriously. One, because before a judge even takes it to court, they're going to go through this case with chopstick, with microscope, because we're not talking about just money here, guys. We're talking about time in prison for Tyson Fury. If this goes beyond just I'm going to sue him because if they have truly a case, this is not going to be settled with money. The law is going to go after Tyson Fury and potentially Mark Brillen, and they're going to be demanding some prison time. And so because of the seriousness of this, they're not going to take some stupid YouTubers manipulated video pointing towards a narrative as evidence. That would be foolish. Not even a local judge from a small town here would do that kind of crap. But if I was the prosecutor, and to finish, if I was the prosecutor and I saw the stupid case that we're trying to make me take, I would charge him just to look at the case, make some good money off of them before I turned him down. That's it.
I do want to add this, just because I don't want to give fuel to the narrative, guys, okay? A lot of those pictures are not manipulated. They're just not looking at them right? Like it's not Knuckles that they're looking at. They didn't manipulate it, but it's lighting and it's just different things. You know what I mean? So I just want to clarify that they don't got shit. Okay,
there's
come out and say, "Ha, you said it was manipulated. It wasn't." Like,
I could argue that. D-Style, because there is a few pictures that when you go back to the originals, you can tell how they took it to some type of editing app or whatever, and they put like shadows on the gloves to make it look like it was better.
I got you. I'm sure there's some people out there that did use some manipulated stuff, et cetera, et cetera. I got you. Beeb, talk to us. What do you make? He's gonna sue him.
I don't believe Tay Jones. I don't think he's a good source. I think it's just something he came up with. He has a bad track record. He's been very inaccurate with things that he said. So I don't put much stock in it. I don't think it's going to happen. And I just think it's a rumor. Just want the healing process to begin, man. It's over.
That's it.
The drama's done with. Let's start healing.
Okay. All right. And Christine, talk to us. What do you make of, like, what if, and I just want to clarify to everybody, according to the rumors, it's not even going to be criminal court. It would be civil court, right? For criminal allegations, by the way. But what do you make of it?
Everybody in America, in the United States, has a right to sue if that's what they want to do, But this whole scenario reminds me of a little kid, on a playground, little Deontay, he lost in this game, and he goes to the teacher and says, they cheated. And the teacher, oh, little Deontay, how do you know they cheated? Because they won. No proof, no nothing. That's what it reminds me of, a kid crying on the playground. And we all know that if there were even a shred of evidence, if there was even 10 seconds of video, everybody that is in this Wilder cult would have posted it on YouTube and everywhere and plastered it. So obviously there's nothing. It would not be under wraps. It would have already been out there because nobody can wait to get their hands on whatever it is the evidence is. I think it's ridiculous. Is he going to sue him? I don't know. Do I care? I don't care. I think it's stupid. It's bogus. That's it.
Just really quick. Say it out. I want to make sure everybody understands this, okay? I don't understand what case people believe, right? There is none, right? Just like, look, I get a lot of people, the same people that think there's a case believe that Tyson Fury looked scared before the fight. Okay, they believe that Tyson Fury looked like he wanted to quit when he got knocked down the second time. Mm-hmm. Okay, they believe that he was scared to fight him at any point. Like, your judgment isn't that good to begin with. It just isn't. You've been wrong over and over again. You believed that MX gloves were illegal. They're not illegal. They let him fight with the same gloves, and then Wilder admitted, we already knew this, by the way, but he admitted he used them before, and he used the same type of glove. You said, oh, he's fighting fire with fire. You were wrong. You said it's going to make it an even playing field. You were wrong. We told you it's going to break his hand. That's what I said. So at the end of the day, there is no case. I honestly don't think there's a lawyer in this country that will take this case. Not one. I don't believe anyone who passed law school would take this case. I just refuse to believe that, right? Unless they're paid a shitload of money, right? And I don't know how much money you want to spend, Deontay, but there's literally no case. There's nothing. Now, I know the one thing that some are hanging on to. While a doctor said that the injuries of Deontay on the side of the head when he had a dent, the dent that just disappeared, by the way, okay, that apparently we can't see anymore, okay, that dent, all right, because the doctor said, oh, these injuries are not consistent with boxing. Are you fucking shitting me? We heard about everything after the fight. We heard about his, the tear on his bicep. We heard about all these things. It wasn't until people were pointing out the dent, and later Wilder said he had a dent. And because his brother came out and said that the autopsy showed he had a dent. All right? Well, first of all, you cannot have an autopsy unless you're dead, by the way. All right? But maybe his career's dead. I don't know. But at the end of the day, I don't know what case you think you have. But if you set that doctor like right there, and he goes, well, the injury on his head is not consistent with boxing. You know what they're going to ask that doctor? How much do you know about boxing? How many fighters have you analyzed after they got punched over the head? Wait, and Onito Donaire, who put a dent on a dude's cheekbone. And by the way, the dent moved from here to here, right? But if a featherweight put a dent on the dude's head, why wouldn't a 270-pound man? There's been dents on cheekbones before and all that. That's already happened. Maestro, go ahead, brother. You got a lot to say, so you got to say something now.
Saying the evidence is overwhelming. Trips to Walmart shot on Android and iPhones where, the sporting goods version of boxing gloves were bent one way or bent the other. Video after video, photo after photo with circles around it that any loser can draw on his cell phone. I mean, come on, guys. But look, this is my problem with the apology. The week that this comes out, people in your camp are still talking about suing for what happened in the second fucking fight. Are we kidding me? There's no apology. That was PR bullshit, and the man needs to step in front of a camera and end this shit. Just as he stepped in front of a camera multiple times to propagate all of these lies and slanderous accusations against very credible people in the sport of boxing. PR statements issued over Twitter and Instagram are nothing but crap. And I'm gonna hold it. I'm gonna keep saying that. I'm sorry.